Hello, everybody. Welcome to Wind Down Wednesday. Today is October 8th. Go ahead and grab what you need to get comfortable this evening because I am so excited for tonight's episode. So grab what you need to get cozy. We'll see you guys back here in about 30 seconds. All right. Hi, everybody. I am so excited. Like, this has been on my calendar and I'm like just counting down the days. I'm so excited because I get to hang out with Denise. Denise is like the best human being ever. And I'm so excited to be able to hang out. Welcome, Denise. How are you?
Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here. How much do I trust Carly that we went in with like no topics? We're like, we got this. We will just hang. And this is going to be like the Amy Poehler like podcast where we like just hang and talk and laugh.
Totally. Absolutely. Yeah. This is the best. So Denise and I go way back, right? Like, I mean, how long have we known each other now?
So I don't know if you remember this. I reached out to you because I was doing a manuscript on a book and I had followed you on a social media channel that, we don't want to name.
Yep.
And I just was like, that gal, that vibe is like, I want to like have that in my life. So when I was looking for readers for my first book, I reached out to her and I was like, sorry, would you like take a look? And I know it's terrible, but and then ever since, like we have traveled together, we have presented together, we have like called each other crying. Yes. And yes. Like besties for the resties.
Besties for the resties.
But we're like not close, geographically.
Right. Tell folks where you're at.
I am a Jersey Shore girl.
Look at that.
I am a Jersey Shore all the way. And so sometimes we have to specify the time zone when we do our get-togethers via Zoom or the phone. But and even my family, I'm like, well, my friend from Chicagoland.
Yes.
That's my girl,
Yeah. Amen to that. And Denise will laugh because she knows I am the worst at time zones. I'm always like, wait, but what time is that for me? Because my brain just doesn't compute. I know the math is simple.
And then I check it obsessively. And when I traveled to a couple other continents this summer, and I even kept up my teaching while I was there. And I literally, the one time I got up at 2 a.m. to teach on Pacific time.
Oh my God.
So it was crazy. But like, I'm like, this is what life is. This is awesome. So I have now, fun fact about me, I have now presented out on 4 out of 6 continents because I won't count Antarctica because I don't think the penguins want to hear me. All good. I do like penguins.
Yes, we love penguins here.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so Denise, tell folks about who you are because
okay.
Like we're besties. I'm obsessed with you. I'm a fangirl of all of your work and just like your vibe and your energy and your passion and your uplifting spirit. But I need folks to know a little bit about who you are and what you're about.
So I'm Denise. I'm a Virgo. I've been a teacher. I was a classroom teacher in New Jersey, grades K through 12. I ranged for over 25 years teaching multilingual learners and their teachers. I was a coach for a while, and that was awesome. So then I transitioned to the university level, where I am an assistant professor in teacher education, particularly graduate studies for people seeking reading specialist, either master's degree or endorsement in New Jersey, ESL, or bilingual. So that is my jam now. I have 3 books. I'm working on my 4th, which, Carly, I didn't tell you that.
Oh my God.
So we are, the contract is in the mail for the 4th. So, yes. My first book is the one that I met Carly with. And it was right when she was doing, so our books were like almost twins.
Yes.
Move and Beyond was born in like November, and Voices of Newcomers was born in December.
Yes.
So of 2022 or 2021. And then that is both of our, love letters to teachers of multilingual learners. And then I co-authored a bilingual children's book, Ben and the Amazing Animal Adventure, and that was super fun. And then just a couple months ago, I co-authored a book for new teachers, and it's called Learners First: Purpose and Practicality in Your Early Years of Teaching. Isn't it pretty?
It's so pretty.
And but importantly as well, I was one of Carly's readers for her book, Hold It Up, So Pretty. Got it. Igniting Real Change for Multilingual Learners. And that is kind of like the call to action. So, and we talk about this a lot. We talk about like linguistic oppression and things, like bias.
Yes.
And things to really think about as educators of students with diverse needs.
Yes.
So that is our jam.
Yes. You like huge jam and like a passion that I think both of us like reignite each other when we start to feel like burnout or overwhelm, or
then we get on the phone. Yes. Well, that's very like millennial Gen X of me to do that.
I know.
Now.
Do we do this now? Is that what we?
That's what Gen Z does for the fun.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah. So, yeah. And that's the thing. And that's kind of what we wanted to talk about tonight. We wanted to talk about supporting one another. So much like we said, we live like hundreds of miles apart, but we kind of say, you know what, I need some time.
Yeah.
And we drop whatever we drop and we make it happen, because that's, it's tough right now. It's not easy right now. And we even have Dr. Dorito in on some of our calls sometimes. And we just kind of pop on a Zoom and we're like, I need my people right now. And I need my people to kind of bring me back to a place of joy.
Yes. Yes. And especially right now, like I think a lot of us have felt alone in, various capacities in different ways, like over the years in this particular like space in education. And some of us just are like the one single person on the whole staff, or maybe we're like one of two, or like we have smaller teams. And so I think that has kind of been there for a while, but I think with just everything happening, it's been
particularly
really
difficult and stressful. And I don't know if you remember this. You used to hold like it wasn't like a team meeting, but it was like a Illinois thing where you're like, listen, if you are lonely and you're the only one in your building, like let's form a collaboration, a coalition, a support group. And I was like, dude, I am not Illinois, but I am coming. Yeah. And they were like, hi, ma'am, can I ask why you're here?
Not at all. Oh, no, but it's so true. Like we really do need that. And I remember doing those. And I wonder if that's something that we should explore, like bringing back, because I think right now the community needs community. Like,
Community needs joy. We
yeah.
need people that, because it's sometimes the negative people are so loud in our
Yes.
space that we think that we're the only ones
Yeah.
that have compassion, and
Yes.
it's a very lonely
Yes.
place. It's a very
Yes.
lonely place, and it can get kind of toxic. So as we're supporting each other, like and in our field, it's by far not perfect,
Yeah.
but I do think that we have like a small network of people that will always build each other up, like
Yes.
Dr. Salva,
Yes.
like
Yes.
there's people that are going to be those supportive. And I actually tagged Carly this morning in a TikTok because that's my love language, is to send TikToks and tag people. And it was something like, confident women
Yeah.
build each other up and they
Yeah.
celebrate each other, and we're not in competition. And and that's it, like, because if one of us succeeds, it's best for all of us.
Exactly. Exactly.
Like,
Yep.
we need people in these spaces. Can I give a shout out to somebody
Please, please
that
do. Please
you
do.
do not know, but she is going to be in the national space any second? So her name is Jillian,
Jillian.
and she was my mentee back in Freeholboro, the birthplace of Bruce Springsteen. When I worked in Freeholboro, she was my mentee, and even now at the university, she is one of my adjuncts because she's just like so fab. Today, she was named New Jersey State Teacher of the Year. I was like, I'm like a grandma.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So so that's where I was today. So what a joyful time. It was me and her parents,
Oh,
and then like the administration, of course,
yeah.
and God bless, they're fabulous. But
Yeah.
it was me and her parents. And again, like, to have somebody who works so hard for multilingual learners to be in such a space
Yes.
where she's going to have time, she gets a sabbatical and a car
Yeah.
to rent and stuff like that, and to have that space where people want to hear you speak, she's gonna knock it out of the park.
Oh my God.
So I'm so psyched for her. And
Oh,
yeah, so totally supporting each other,
yes.
and
Yes.
that's what we're doing.
Yes. I love that. And I can't wait to like look her up and find her
Oh,
online and friend her and
love
follow
her.
her.
I reposted on LinkedIn.
Okay,
So
perfect.
you'll find her that
I
way.
will
And
go. Yeah. Yeah.
she's
Oh,
lovely. And she
I cannot
teaches
wait.
like just fantastic. Like, she recently was moved to the middle school,
Okay.
but like she was in 5th grade for a long time. And she fabulous.
I love it. Well, if you love her, I know I love her. And I
Mhm.
know the folks watching will also just adore
Well,
her.
I'm gonna suggest that she goes to Nabe, and then maybe she'll see you.
Yeah. Oh gosh, how
Yeah,
fun would that be? How fun
yeah.
would that be? Oh my goodness. So I love that you mentioned a few different things. Like number one, I love that you always shout out other people. Like you always have like like infinite ways to lift people up in our space, and I always see you doing that. I always see you in different Facebook groups and on social media, like highlighting people's work and their contributions and like celebrating their advocacy efforts. And I think that's something that I'm like, I always aspire. I'm like, that's so Denise. Like you
That's
always,
you.
oh my
No.
gosh, truly, truly. Like it's so inspirational every time I see it, and it motivates me to like want to do the same thing. Like I need to make sure that I am like, also being, somebody who pours into other people the way that you
Well,
do.
we got to get you to Jersey.
Yes. Oh my
And
goodness.
JT Saul, I say this to the audience, and JT Saul is still accepting proposals for our event of the season. It is the social event of the season for all multilingual learner teachers.
All right.
So
And
yeah,
when is that, Denise?
that's in May, but they are already like hardcore into the proposal season.
Okay.
And you know what? I mean, why not come to Jersey in May?
Right. Absolutely.
So theirs is in my college town. It's in Rutgers. It's right next to Rutgers, but you know, you'd
Okay.
have to come down and see the shore too.
Well, you know, I've never
Or a
been to
Broadway
Jersey.
show. We can go up into the city. You know
Oh,
how
that
that
would be
is.
so fun. That would be so fun. All right. So, folks who are watching, maybe
And
we all
JP
just
Soul
road
and
trip it.
JPE, because New Jersey kind of combines both of our TESOL and our bilingual ed. And that's why it's a 3-day extravaganza.
Oh, I love an extravaganza.
Love an extravaganza. And I've been going since like I was a baby teacher.
Okay. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
see, that's fantastic. In
Yes.
Illinois, we've got an extravaganza as well in December.
No doubt.
The Multilingual Illinois Conference we're so excited about. And then I also want to shout out Illinois Tussle because has, I want to say it's next weekend. Yes, it's Saturday the 18th. They have a virtual conference. Their stuff is always wonderful and fantastic. And they have elementary and secondary and adult ed, and they do it all. So they have a fabulous event. And then their annual conference is every year in February, which is also just wonderful.
Which I am like thrilled about, because here's my public servants announcement to all of conferences. Please not November and March, because we're just too busy and there's so many things we want to do and go to, and we're just booked.
Yes.
So there's that.
There's that. That's so true.
Yes.
That's so true. Oh, goodness.
But yeah, so such good stuff. And that's the way like we kind of can connect with people and reignite the joy, because that's where it is. That's why we're here. We're here not only to find joy ourselves, but like joyful teachers kind of share that with their students.
Yes. They say like negativity is contagious, but so is hope.
So true.
Right? Hope is contagious and positivity is contagious. And I'm not, we're not talking about toxic positivity of like, just look on the bright side. No, the world's on fire. Like, we can acknowledge that, but we can also say, and like, I'm still going to get dressed in the morning. I'm still going to, put my face on, and I'm going to get to work, and I'm going to, do what I can for those that I serve every single day.
From my small corner.
Yep, exactly. Exactly. And it's always like those small moments and the small interactions that have lasting impact. And so we want to make sure that we're pouring that joy into ourselves. Yeah, because we really, it's just more critical now than ever before.
Than ever. And so when we're talking about new teachers, that's like kind of thinking like that's so if you happen to work at a state that has a union, like rock on with the union if you can. And what we just did is Carrie, my co-author, and I just wrote an article for our union newspaper that is so pretty. And it's called the NJEA Review. And we were talking about different ways that you can support new people in our profession. So no, we should not say, do not become teachers. Because first of all, and Carly, you know this just as well as I, if you're meant to be a teacher, that's it.
That's it.
Do you, you just ask no questions and just do it. And people could tell you otherwise, but you have to, that's going to be your path. So making sure that, and even with the book, that whole last chapter is how, like, thriving in the profession and ration your passion and find your, your village and stuff like that. And if your village, if you don't have one, like physically, geographically, find your village. Like part of my village lives 800 miles away. And we're so good, and Dr. Dorito lives 1,000 miles away,
Yep. That's so true though. It's really important, like to have somebody like, and again, your advocate might be, or your ally might be from the most random corner of the building that you didn't expect. But when we can open up and share our passions and ideas, sometimes that could be like the bridge that connects us. But right, those moments, those times, those seasons in our careers where we don't really have that person on
It's
our team
lonely.
or in our building, it is so lonely. But
Mm-hmm.
we're not alone. Our community is ginormous.
Mm-hmm.
And that gives me hope. Just knowing the sheer amount of us, like anytime I'm at a conference, I'm an in-person conference, I just take a moment to pause and look
Take it in.
around at all of the seats that are filled, because I'm like, this is like, these are folks doing this work all the time. These
And
are
they're
folks.
the best of the best. Now, I'm
Yes.
not suggesting people that can't get to conferences are
Right.
not the best, because
Yes.
they're awesome as well.
Yes.
But the people that are really advocating for themselves, because
Yes.
that really is not self-care,
Right.
because it's, like really just kind of like self-advocacy
Yes.
to
Yes.
kind of find your way into those spots and have those
Yes.
conversations. And they're not always comfortable conversations. Isn't that like we have to live
Yes.
in the uncomfortable to get better and
We do.
to kind of make those connections? Because really, like, I mean, even when I first contacted you, I'm like,
I know.
yes, could you do this?
I
And
know.
that's like, it's like living in the uncomfortable, and then you get like so many benefits.
Yes, yes, that's so true. And like I have some colleagues and like friends who like they're hungry to network, but sometimes like they're like social anxiety. That's a
Oh yeah,
real thing. That's a real true thing.
totally.
And I am an extroverted introvert. Like I need downtime and like time to rebuild energy and stuff. But I love, like, I get energized when I'm around people. But I also know that sometimes that
You
could
need
be
to take it down.
overwhelming too. Like I get like super overly expressive, and sometimes I'm like, all right, you got to rein it back in, because you're probably like really overwhelming and overstimulating some folks to like try to take like,
Or
take
like even being comfortable speaking to 500 people in a room, but don't talk to me on the side of a soccer field while I'm sitting by myself, because then I'm going to be like horrified and trip over my words, and I'm so awkward. It's totally.
Yes. Oh,
So,
I'm the queen of awkward. Oh my goodness. But
oh, and let me tell people, if anybody is a civics educator, contact me, because that's our next book. And that my co-author, Darcy, and I went to high school together. And she is the 2005 Massachusetts History Teacher of the Year. Like, how am I in like all this like cool company?
oh my
But
god.
yeah, so it's totally like
Yeah.
we need to talk to educators on how to engage our students in action civics,
Yeah.
because we want to have people who are here that are knowledgeable about our government,
Yep.
who are knowledgeable about ways that they can make a difference, that they can advocate. And remember, we don't advocate on behalf of anyone. We only advocate alongside
Yes.
people.
Yes. Yes. That's so
We don't
true.
replace anyone's voice.
Right. Exactly. We are not anyone's voice. They have their own voice.
And
Right.
it's
But we can,
gorgeous.
yes.
It's gorgeous.
Exactly. Exactly. And it doesn't need us talking over them. Right.
No, no, sometimes we might have a pathway.
Yeah. Yep. Mhm.
We walk alongside.
Exactly. Exactly. We uplift. We uplift.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So, and
Oh,
that's what we're talking about today. We're talking about uplifting. We're talking about like, leaning in. We're talking about coming together.
yes. Yes. I think so. A few things that like I'm taking away from our conversation so far, like those in-person moments and opportunities to network, I think are so critical. Just even just the awareness of like, there's so many of us out there. There's so many of us committed to this work, and our students and families. I think that is something just good to keep in mind. Um, Another thing, you mentioned this and we didn't unpack it, but like social media and the power of social media, like you mentioned, like we send each other gifs and we send each other like, videos and stuff, and we tag each other, and that is like a full-on love language, like legit. It is
Mm-hmm.
a full-on love language. And I like that lights my heart up so much. But like,
They say, hey, I saw this and thought of you. Like,
yes.
there's nothing more powerful than that.
Yes, exactly. And like it helps, it makes you feel seen and heard. And in a time where many of us are feeling not seen and not heard,
Mm-hmm.
that can just be the little moment to, help refuel. So I love that. Or like, the text message or the Post-it note that you leave for your teacher buddy, like, hey girl, keep going. Keep going. And maybe it's like, we got 2 more hours today. We got this. It could be that. It might be that, right? But those, like, finding those little moments to pour into each other, because those opportunities are there. Like they're all day long. All day long, yes. We have opportunities just for little boops of like,
I was just on a meeting with a bunch of EDD, dissertation candidates. And I was like, dude, I'm rocking out. I'm geeking over all your stuff. And they're like, we are not sure quite how to handle this person. And I'm like, come on, man. Do you want to like geek out? Tell me about all your stuff. And they're like, okay. But, I mean, just to celebrate people, like, let's celebrate what you're doing academically. Let's celebrate with your family. Or are you taking a risk? Are you in that uncomfortable space? Well, that's vulnerable. That's not easy. And I celebrate that. Let's do it.
Yes. And like the shouting out of people, the celebration of people, like, we don't know who in our circles and who in our networks, or even like, that colleague you don't really know so well. We don't know who's hanging on by a thread right now.
Yes.
Like we
and I think it's a lot of people.
Yes, I think so too. So the more that we can kind of just reach, just like a gentle reach, it doesn't have to be anything large or extravagant, but like a gentle reach. Everybody needs that right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's so beneficial to us too.
Yes, absolutely.
Sharing the joy.
Sharing the joy. That's right.
And igniting real change.
Yeah. I love it. Well, Denise, thank you so much for hanging out. And I'm going to put all of our books together because our books are like,
yeah, girl.
They're besties.
We make like a nice, the first 2 were twins. And then actually the second 2 were pretty close too.
Yeah.
May and June, right?
That's right.
All of our babies got born together.
They're besties. We're besties and they're besties.
Exactly. So, I mean, definitely, do you want something that is going to like kind of reignite your passion? Read that book.
Thank you.
Igniting Real Change. If you want something that is going to kind of give you ideas of how to look for ways that you can make those small changes that turn into real shifts and real differences, that's it, man.
Thank you, Denise. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right. So for everybody watching, I know that you are just as in love with Denise as I am. Down at the bottom of the screen is her LinkedIn, but you can just type in Dr. Denise Furlong. You'll find her. But be sure you're following her and stay connected with her because Denise, you are such a powerful voice in our field and you're just the kindest human being and everybody needs Denise Furlong in their lives.
And Carly.
All right. Thank you all so much for watching.
Thank you.
We will catch you next week. Thanks, everybody.
See you soon.